What's up, Rich Squad? Dominic Rich is the name in a damn thing change. Q&A Fridays episode 3, where I tackle all of your questions. Well, maybe not all, 10 of your questions. 10 select questions asked by you, my subscribers, and I'm going to answer those 10 questions in this video. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. For question number 1, Faisal Kamal asks, will the 2018 FIFA World Cup be attacked by... I don't think so. I don't think so, and I hope not, because it will be devastating for everyone watching the World Cup, for everyone who have booked tickets for the World Cup, and who are taking time out of their life to go to enjoy the wonderful sport of football. It will be a catastrophe. There might even be World War III in result of something like this happening. So we don't want it to happen, and I don't think it's going to happen. Not in Russia, not under Vladimir Putin's watch. It's not going to happen. So let's hope nothing like that ever happen. For question number 2, Faisal Kamal also asked, will Germany flop at the 2018 World Cup? Well, the answer is no. One team guaranteed not to flop is Germany. They are 4-time champions, and they have been top 8 at every World Cup dating back to 1954 when they first won the World Cup title. Like, it's crazy. The current champions have only missed 2 World Cups. The inaugural World Cup in 1930 where they didn't go, and the World Cup in 1950 where they were banned for their participation in World War II, of course. I'll put my life savings on Germany not flopping at this summer's World Cup. Will you do the same? Let me know in the comment section down below. For question number 3, Dark Angeli asks, which French teams do you know, and do you think that the French Ligue 1 can surpass the Italian Serie A in the UEFA League rankings in the future? So to answer the first part of your question, I know quite a lot of Ligue 1 teams, so let me try to name you 10 off the top of my head. PSG, Marseille, Monaco, Lyon, Nantes, Nice, Bordeaux, Montpellier, Lille, and one more. You could say Angers or Guingamp. Those are the Ligue 1 teams that I currently know off the top of my head. I know quite a lot, but I just can't think of any more right now. So to answer the second part of your question, can the French Ligue 1 surpass the Italian Serie A in the UEFA rankings in the near future? When you say near future, do you mean like next season or the season after that? Because it will take some catching up, because right now the French Ligue 1 is on 56 points in 5th position, behind the German Bundesliga on 71 points and in 4th, and then in 3rd is the Italian Serie A with 76 points. Above them are the English Premier League and La Liga, like way above. I think England has like 90 something points and La Liga has like 105, because Barcelona, Real Madrid keeps winning the Champions League, and then you have Sevilla, Atletico Madrid doing really well in the Europa League. In order for the French Ligue 1 to catch the Bundesliga and the Serie A, they need to win one of these 2 trophies. Marseille got very close to winning the Europa League, but fell short to Atletico Madrid, which will not help at all. And with PSG not doing well in the Champions League seasons after season, it's not helping at all. And also with PSG's dominance in Ligue 1, it's not helping the cause of the league, because what happens anytime there's a talented player coming through the ranks of, let's say, Marseille, Lyon, Nice, Monaco, PSG snatches them up, or one of the bigger clubs in Europe snatches up these players. So it does not help Ligue 1's case for, being one of the top 4 leagues in Europe. So I hope that answers your question. Maybe the players need to be paid a little bit more money at the clubs like, let's say, Monaco, Nice, Lyon, Marseille, for them to actually stay there and play their football, and for PSG to have like some kind of you know, cap on how many players they can purchase from the other. You know, it's ridiculous. PSG, they just want to be the big powerhouse, the big dog in the league, and I think it's hurting the league more than it's actually helping the league. So great question, Dark Angel Lee, and I hope I answered it to the best of my ability, and I hope, you know, you like the answer that I give you. So let's move on to question number 4. For question number 4, Samuel Castaneda has quite a few questions for me. First part of the question, he asked, how can Costa Rica repeat what they did in the 2014 World Cup? Second part, and if it looks easier now in 2018 than in 2014. Third part, do you like Star Wars? And the last part of that question, have you ever been to Costa Rica, and would you like to go? So let me talk about the first part of that question. How can Costa Rica repeat what they did at the 2014 World Cup? Well, they need to play out their skins again, because it's not an easy group at all. You have Brazil, Switzerland, and Serbia in this group. Well, you know, come on guys, come on, it's not an easy group at all, and a team like Costa Rica in there, it's gonna be tough. It's really gonna be tough. But they did it at the 2014 World Cup, where they got out of a group which had Uruguay, a World Cup winner, England, a World Cup winner, and Italy, a World Cup winner. So Costa Rica did the impossible. So there's no doubt that they can do it again, but this time around I think it's gonna be a little bit more difficult, because they topped the group. Remember, they topped the group at the 2014 World Cup with 2 wins and a draw, 7 points. Italy and England, they were knocked out, you know, in the group stages. So Costa Rica, could they pull off another upset? Could they have another fairy tale run at the 2018 World Cup? I don't think so. In my opinion, I don't think so. It's not easier than it was at 2014. In 2014, it was not easy at all, but they did it. The squad has some of the stars from the 2014 World Cup, like Brian Ruiz, Joel Campbell, Marco Urania. You have Keylor Navas in there, and a few other players who were there in the 2014 World Cup. So I'm going to go for a no. Costa Rica does not repeat that feat. The pressure is on them to do it again, but they got all the way to the quarterfinals, and I don't think they got it in them. I think they're going to run out of juice. That's just what I think. They're going to run out of juice. So for the third part of your question, do you like Star Wars? Yes, I like Star Wars. I don't love it, but I like it. I saw the first episodes of Star Wars, and the newest one, I didn't see the newest one, because I've been really busy with this football stuff, and sometimes you could get caught up in this thing so much that you forget to go and watch other things, and you know, you forget that other things are out there to do. You know, come on, like I'm here doing Q&A Fridays, and I got my kids in the house there right now. I should go play with them, but I'm doing Q&A Fridays. So I like Star Wars. Fourth part of the question, have you ever been to Costa Rica, and would you like to go? I have never been to Costa Rica, but I would definitely love to go there. I heard that it's beautiful there, like in the tourist section. I don't know so much about the other parts, but they say that about every other country. I would like to go to Costa Rica, definitely. But I don't know when that will happen. But in the future, I will definitely like to go to Costa Rica. Thank you very much, Samuel Castaneda, for asking me these questions. Leave more in the comment section down below. On to question number 5. Amir Tube asks, Jorge Sampaoli said that Dybala does not fit his system, but he will probably be in their squad for the 2018 World Cup. If he does, do you think he will have enough chance to shine? Well, I don't think, I think he will be in the World Cup squad. Like, he is a quality player. When you think about it, he's 24 years old. He's really good for Juventus, but for Argentina, he is not so good at all. He has 12 appearances for Argentina, 0 goals, 1 assist. Keep that in mind. 0 goals, 1 assist. He has not been involved in the Argentina team since November 2017, so he have not touched the field. So under Sampoli, he has not been involved at all. Like, he's not in his plans really. But I would really like to see Paulo Dybala. I really admire him as a player. For Juventus this season, he has 45 appearances, 26 goals, 7 assists. So there is potential. The kid is good. He's really, really good. But for some reason, I don't know. Maybe Sampoli needs to change his system to suit these players, because if you play in a system that's only going to suit Lionel Messi and only going to suit himself, well, they're bound to fail at the 2018 World Cup, in my opinion. Definitely bound to fail. Argentina almost did not qualify for the World Cup, only because of the genius of Lionel Messi, why they are at the 2018 World Cup. We all know this. It's no secret. But Dybala, can he shine? Can he break the shackles of the national team and shine? It's not easy playing with Lionel Messi in the team at all. He is the focal point. The spotlight is on him. I don't think you are free to do whatever you want. It's like everything is focused around him. You know, it's like a suffocating effect on the team, in my opinion. So guys like Dybala have to break those shackles and say, listen, I know there's Messi, but there's also me, Dybala. And I want to shine. I want to do this for the country. I want to do this for myself. And let's get this World Cup. Let's win this thing. And that's the only way I see Argentina is going to succeed at the 2018 World Cup. That's the only way I see Dybala is going to shine for the national team like he does for Juventus. So great question, Amir Tube. I hope I answered it, you know, to the best of my ability. And if you have more questions, leave it in the comment section down below. For question number 6, Automatic asks, do you like the idea of having 48 teams in the World Cup, and what do you prefer, 32 or 48 teams? Well, to answer your question, there's pros and cons to everything. So the pros are, I like the idea because it gives more opportunities to more countries to appear at the World Cup and to shine. You know, that's really good to get the exposure that they need. For example, what if a country like my nation, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, qualify for the FIFA World Cup? Well, it will put the country on the map. It will increase tourism. Everything will be better, in my opinion. So expanding the World Cup leaves room for teams who will never ever qualify for the World Cup unless there's like a golden generation or something. You know, it leaves room for those countries to actually make it. But I feel that 48 is like too many. It's too many teams at the World Cup. It feels somewhat like the Europa League. Like, you can't keep track of all the teams in the Europa League. You're like, 48. Like, this team is in the Europa League. Like, I wasn't even aware that they were in the Europa League. But Champions League 32, you could keep track of what's going on with 32 teams, and it's a shorter competition and everything. So 48 might be quite a lot. It might be a little watered down if you ask me. I prefer 32 teams. What do you prefer? Let me know in the comment section down below. I could go on and on about this topic, but we don't have the time in this video to talk about that. So for question number 7, which is one of the 2 featured questions in this episode, E. Bradley asked, Liverpool 2018 versus Liverpool 2014, who is better? Great question. Well, I think that the Liverpool 2018 is actually better than the Liverpool 2014. Because, let me tell you why. The 2018 team placed 4th in the league while the 2014 team placed 2nd. But the 2018 teams are in the Champions League final while the 2014 team did not play Champions League football. They got knocked out of the FA Cup. They got knocked out of the League Cup. Similar to the 2018 team. But the difference is Champions League final. Well, the 2014 squad, they had Luis Suarez, he scored 31 goals. Daniel Sturridge, 20-something goals. Steven Gerrard in the teens. Raheem Sterling, Skirtle, Sacco, Mignolet, Philip Coutinho, Jordan Henderson, just to name a few players. And they were managed by Brendan Rodgers. 2018 team, we have Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, Gini Wijnaldum, Milner, Henderson again from the 2014 team, Virgil van Dijk, Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, and Carriers, just to name a few of the standout players under Jurgen Klopp. They scored 84 goals compared to the 101 goals scored to the 2014 team. But the difference is the 134 overall goals scored in all competitions, including the Champions League, League Cup, and the FA Cup. And even, I think, Champions League qualifiers, where they played versus Hoffenheim and defeated them. So I'm going to actually go for the 2018 team. Salah has been awesome. Mane, you know, Firmino has been really, really good, man. Really, really good. I can't even find words right now. Jurgen Klopp has been an awesome manager. So I'm going to give it to the 2018 team. Which team is better in your opinion? Liverpool 2014 or Liverpool 2018? Who will win? Let me know in the comment section down below. For question number 8, Strike with Sid asks, if you were the president of FIFA, what major changes would you make? Okay, if I was Gianni Infantino, what changes will I make? Well, I will make a lot of changes, and it will take some time for me to think about what changes I would want to make, but I came up with 2 changes. 2 changes I would make instantly. I would make sure that there's more transparency with the draw process for all tournaments, because there's always something fishy about the draws. World Cup draw, Champions League draw, Europa League draw, Confederations Cup draw, everything. Everything, there's always something fishy, like, you know, something is fishy about this draw. Everybody said the draws are fixed. I would like to see some kind of transparency, for real, you know. I just don't trust those pieces of papers in the balls. Do the draws like the way I do the draws, you know. Thing it up and have somebody else come and pick it. Some, you know, some stranger on the street or something, man. Something. There's some... we need some kind of transparency for us to be like, yeah, we trust the process and we're cool with that. We need to see everything done right on the spot in front of our eyes. Maybe I'll apply that if I am president of FIFA. You know, what do you guys think about that? Let me know down below. And for the second change I will make, I will implement equal funding across the board for all associations. I don't care, big association, small association, you get the same money. And that's the only way we're gonna see, you know, who's the big dog and who's not. Because I think more money are being pumped into the traditional footballing nations, Brazil, Argentina, Spain, Italy, England, Portugal, just to name a few. Just to name a few. And we need to see the money being pumped into some of these smaller countries, like, say, let's say Jamaica. You know, help them have a professional football league there. You know, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You know, over in Asia, Africa, we see no African teams, no Asian teams, no CONCACAF teams making it to the semi-final of the World Cup, not including the 1930 World Cup on, you know, early on back in them days. I'm talking about now. You know, increase the funding, you know, pump money into these countries where there's a professional league where players are going to get paid and they're going to improve. Like, come on. Like, it's ridiculous. Where is the money, FIFA? Like, how you want the game to grow on a global scale and you're not pumping the money, like enough money into these countries? Or maybe they are, and the corrupt associations in those countries are stealing the money. Who knows? Who knows? But I will implement something like that. Equal money across the board. Like, I give Brazil $100. I give St. Vincent $100. I give USA $100. And you're going to do what you can with that money. And we're going to see who have the better footballers now. So that's my answer to that question. Maybe some of you guys might not agree with me. But if you don't, let me know in the comment section down below. For question number 9, which is the second featured question of Episode 3 of Q&A Fridays, Salam Ishmael asks, can you rank the top 10 teams that have the highest chance to win the 2018 World Cup? Great question. So I'm just going to give you the rankings, number 10 to 1, in terms of who I think can win the World Cup. So let's go. Number 10, Uruguay. 2-time World Cup winners, and we all know what they're capable of doing Luis Suarez, Edinson Cavani, Diego Godin, Jimenez in the back line. The team is very good. They can do something at the 2018 World Cup. Number 9, we have Denmark. Big dark horses of the 2018 World Cup. Christian Eriksen, Pione Sisto, and a few very talented players on that team. I think they can do something in Group C. Look out for Denmark. Mark my words. Number 8, Nigeria. I think if an African team has to do something in this event, it has to be Nigeria, in my opinion. Remember, it's just only my opinion, but I think Nigeria can do something big this time around. Number 7, Portugal. Number 7, Cristiano Ronaldo's team ranked at 7. How ironic, right? How ironic I put Portugal in the 7th position. Well, they have a good setup and they could definitely do something big at this World Cup. They will need their starman, their talisman to be firing on all 12 cylinders. So look out for Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal at the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Number 6, Argentina. Number 6. 6 is a very bad number, and I put Argentina at 6 because they could implode in the group stages and we might not see them in the round of 16, but I think they can also win it. 2014 runners-up Lionel Messi in that team and a bunch of talented guys. I can't even name them. There's too many to be named. Too many. But Argentina can definitely do something at the 2018 World Cup. Number 5, France. You see that squad they put out for the 2018 World Cup. No Martial, no Lacazette, but Paul Pogba, N'Golo Kante, Griezmann, Giroud, Thomas Lemar, Kylian Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele, just to name a few of the talented players they have in that team. Look out for France. They can definitely win their 2nd World Cup title at the 2018 World Cup. Number 4, Belgium, my team for the 2018 World Cup. I'll be back in Belgium. Yes, guys, that will be my team. You like the World Cup jersey? It's looking really sweet. Kevin De Bruyne, Eden Hazard, Romelu Lukaku, Yang Vertonghen, Toby Alderweireld. We have Vincent Kompany, Thomas Meunier. The team is really good. Dries Mertens, Raja Niangolan. We have Axel Witsel. Just to name a few. Just to name a few or several of the talented players in that setup. Number 3, Spain, España. Do I need to even elaborate on how good they are? Isco, Iniesta, Marco Asensio, Sergio Ramos, Gerard Piqué, Carvajal, Jordi Alba, Busquets, Sergio Roberto. The team is good. The team is really good. Diego Costa. Look out for Spain at the 2018 World Cup. One of my favorites. My 3rd favorite to win the World Cup. Number 2, the holders, Germany. Come on. At every single World Cup since 1954, they have been a force to be reckoned with. So nothing's going to change at the 2018 World Cup. They're coming hard. Joachim Löw and his squad is coming for you. Look out. Remember, I told you so. And number 1, of course, it's Brazil, the Seleção. Come on, man. Come on. Do I need to even elaborate on this team? Neymar, Philippe Coutinho, Willian, Casemiro, Paulinho, Renato Augusto, Danilo, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, Edison, Alisson, left back Marcelo. Come on. Do I even need to go on? Fred, Tyson. The squad looks good. The squad is deep. The squad is one of the most settled squad, the most solid squad I've seen announced so far. Could hardly find a weak spot in there. What do you guys think about the Brazilian squad? Who are your top 10 favorites at the 2018 World Cup? Let me know in the comment section down below. And last but not least, for question number 10, Alvaro Marmal asked, what are your thoughts on the Ghana versus Uruguay quarterfinals match at the 2010 World Cup? Okay, that was a very controversial match, if not one of the most controversial matches I've seen in my life. Well, Ghana versus Uruguay quarterfinals. Suleiman Tari scored on the eve of the halftime whistle. What a goal that was from way out. What a shot.
15 seconds remain before the break, and Montari shoots!
What a shot. Goal. 1-0 Ghana. You're like, yes, Ghana is going to make it to the semi-finals. But 10 minutes later, first 10 minutes of the second half, Diego Forlan with a sweet, sweet free kick.
Diego Forlan now for Uruguay, and Diego Forlan equalises!
To beat Kingston in goal. It was so sweet to watch. One of my favorite players of all time, too, Diego Forlan. Long hair, former Atletico Madrid man. What a goal. 1-1 going into, 90 minutes. There was a lot of chances in the game. A lot of chances. I think this match went to extra time. And during extra time, there was an incident that we all know of when Luis Suarez cleared the ball off the line with his hands. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's actually talk about that. Let me put down my questions right there and talk about that. So I looked back at it because I couldn't remember everything about the whole event. But Alvaro was actually saying that the Ghanaian players were offside when the free kick that resulted in the Luis Suarez incident was taken. Like, he said, 2 Ghanaian players was offside, and are we in South America the only ones to see it, and what's going on there? I would like to hear your take on it. I looked back at it. I looked up the offside rule, everything, to just clarify. Okay, the 2 players that you saw were offside. They were not involved in the play. They were not actively involved in the play, because if the ball was played to this Ghanaian player, and there's one way over there and one way over there, but they are in offside positions, they can't be offside because they're not involved actively in the play. Am I right, guys? If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section down below. Because when the ball was passed up, crossed in, these players were not involved in the play. And the ball ricocheted around. The ball was shot into the goal, beat Muslera, and Luis Suarez cleared the ball with his leg first. When it went back out, another Ghanaian player, I can't remember his name right now, headed the ball in. It beat Muslera. Muslera went like this. It beat Muslera. Another Uruguayan player went like this as well. It beat him. And then Luis Suarez was right behind, and he did this. Pie. So he had enough time to think. I don't think that was reflex at all. He had enough time to think. I know you might not like my answer, but he had enough time to think. And if you go back and you watch it, Luis Suarez could have actually headed the ball out, but he just slapped the ball away, and he got a red card. The resulting penalty was taken by Asamoah Gyan. He stepped up, and it clipped the crossbar, went over, and Ghana and Uruguay went to penalties. Uruguay won 4-2. Uruguay advanced to the semi-final, and, the Ghanaian hearts were broken. So basically, Luis Suarez I think, snatched the African dream. An African team was actually going to the semi-final of the World Cup for the first time ever in the history of the tournament. And all because of Luis Suarez, they did not make it. I'm not going to say it was a reflex action or whatnot, because he should have been like this with his hands behind his back, trying to clear that ball to make sure he does not give away a penalty. But then again, Asamoah Gyan should have scored that penalty and sink Uruguay to qualify for a semi-final. So that's just my take on that. Guys, you could go back, you could watch the whole thing, and you can see what I'm saying. I'll put a small clip in it so you guys can enjoy that as well. So guys, that's it for Q&A Fridays number 3. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget, you could ask me anything. Nothing too controversial though. Nothing too crazy. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash the thumbs up button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.